The hour of 7:30 p.m. having arrived and a quorum of voters being present, it is my distinct pleasure to call to order the reconvened 2023 Tewksbury Annual Town Meeting. My name is Dustin Weir, and I am privileged to serve as town moderator. Please let the record show that a properly served and returned warrant is in my possession. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Town meeting guidelines warrant for your reference. Voters, please display your ribbons prominently so that the counters and I can see them. Visitors who are not registered voters in Tewksbury must sit in the visitors section in the bleachers to my left. To my left. Members of the press must remain at the table while they are in the hall. Emergency exits are located in the back right corner of the gymnasium and in the cafeteria to both the left and right after you leave the gym. During the meeting, no one may stand in the gym. Officials and article sponsors who are addressing voters may use the podium on the floor. Voters speaking on an issue may use the microphone in the middle aisle at the front of the seating area. Please begin your remarks by stating your full name and street address for the record of the microphone. There's a 5-minute limit for any appearance at the podium. If you ask a question, the clock will not stop during the response. I will inform you when you have 30 seconds remaining. Address all comments and questions through the moderator, not to officials or other voters. Visitors who wish to speak must have approval from the voters to do so. During debate on an article, if a voter submits an amendment for consideration in writing, we will debate and act on the amendment immediately. Continue to the debate on the article. So only one amendment is pending at any time. Please remain seated while in the hall unless rising to speak or vote. Stay at your seats until during a vote so our counters can tally standing counts. Turn your cell phones off or on silent and do not make phone calls in the hall. Chairman of the Finance Committee, Mr. Robert Kosmierski, will make the first motion on every article unless the Finance Committee is deferring to another board. Before we begin this evening, I would like to thank the media and custodial staff of Tewksbury Memorial High School for their efforts in preparing the hall and televising the meeting. I would like to thank Town Clerk Denise Graffio, Assistant Town Clerk Sarah McMullen, counters and police officers on duty for their work before and during the meeting, and all of you for continuing Tewksbury's long tradition of open government. My thanks to the Town Manager, Town Council, the Finance Committee, and everyone for and manage this town meeting. It is an honor to serve in this position and be part of our local government. Mr. Kosmierski.
Mr. Moderator, I move Article 28 from the table.
Thank you. Article 28 is a citizen's petition. Would the petitioner care to address the meeting or make any motions?
Good evening, Mr. Moderator. Richard Cuco, 70. I'd like to make a motion to adopt Article 28 for the purposes of accepting Border Road as a public way.
Thank you. Actually, we have to vote on those motions in order. So on Mr. Kosmierski's Article 28 from the table, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? The motion to remove Article 28 passes unanimously. On the motion to 28 from the petitioner. On the motion itself, do we have anyone who would like to rise and debate the article? Please come to the microphone at this time. Seeing none, we'll take a voice vote on Article 28. All those in favor of adoption of Article 28, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Article 20 unanimously and is adopted. Mr. Kosmierski.
Mr. Moderator, I motion to remove Article 29 from the table.
All those in favor of removing Article 29 from the table, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Okay, the motion carries unanimously. Article 29. Article 20 is petition. Would the petitioner care to address the meeting or make any motions?
Mr. Moderator, Richard Hugo, representing Nancy O'Connor. My address is 73 Emerald Court. I'd like to make a motion to move Article 29 for the purpose of accepting Grammy's Way as a public way.
Thank you, sir. Do I see anyone rising to debate Article 29? Seeing none. All those in favor of adoption of Article 29, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Article 29 is adopted unanimously.
The Finance Committee will defer to the Planning Board for Article 35.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. The Planning Board voted 4-0 unanimously to adopt Article 35. It's a housekeeping item from the zoning bylaw that was passed at last town meeting.
Thank you. For Article 35, I'm sorry.
So I'll move for adoption of Article 35.
Thank you. For do I say anyone rising to debate Article 35? Okay, seeing none. Article 35 requires a 2/3 vote for adoption to get an accurate count, a reverse standing count. All those opposed to Article 35, please stand at this time. Seeing none, all in favor of adoption of Article 35, please rise at this time. Article 35 is adopted unanimously. Thank you. Mr. Kosmers?
The Finance Committee will defer to the Planning Board for Article 36.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. The Planning Board voted 4-0 unanimously for adoption of Article, so I'll move for adoption of Article 36.
Motion to adopt Article 36, to amend the zoning bylaws as detailed in the warrant. Do I see anyone rising to debate Article 36? Seeing none, we'll do a voice vote. All those in favor of adopting Article 36, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? 6 is adopted, not unanimously. Thank you. Mr. Kosmierski? Article 37? Yep. Article 37 is a citizen's petition. Excuse me, Mr. Kosmierski. Would the petitioner care to address the motions or amendments?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Robert Scarano, 769 Livingston Street. Motion to amend Article 37 has been submitted to the clerk in writing.
Thank you. All right, so we have a written motion to amend Article 37. The amendment says, of Tewksbury will vote to amend the Tewksbury zoning bylaws, Chapter 8, Section 8.2.4, by adding a new section N to the end of Chapter 8, which section shall include the text that is in bold print, which I have. It states, N. Where any requirements in section 8.2.4 conflict with section 5.3.2, section 5.3.2 shall govern. So the words "this" is crossed out on section N in the text that I have. Excuse me one moment while I look up the warrant so I can articulate exactly how this is going to go. Okay, to be clear, section N is changed nearly completely in the article. So where it said, where any requirements in the section conflict with section 532, this section shall govern. Instead, it will be amended to say, where any requirements in section 8.2.4 conflict with 3.2, section 5.3.2 shall govern. I hope that's clear. Do I see anyone rising to debate the amendment? Recommend, yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. The Planning Board voted 4-0 for adoption of the amended article. When we had it for the hearing, the language was brought in at that time for approval of that as amended.
Thank you. You said it was unanimous? Yes. A unanimous recommendation from the Planning Board to adopt the amendment to Article 37. Any other amendment to Article 37? Seeing none. On the motion to adopt the amendment to Article 37, all those in favor of adoption of the amendment, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? The article is amended unanimously. Thank you. Okay. Article 37 as amended. Do I see anyone rising to debate or discuss Article 37 as amended? So, Article 37. All those in favor of adoption of Article 37 as amended, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Article 37 as amended is adopted, not unanimously. Mr. Kosmersky, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Moderator,
Sir.
that requires a two-thirds vote. And I think that maybe using the procedure that you've used in the past for the two-third might be in order here.
We're going to take a 3-minute recess. If you could come to the podium and explain your reasoning behind the two-thirds vote. That's not what we have
Okay.
up here in agreement.
Thank you.
I'd like you to
Thank
your
you.
information. Yeah, so we're going to take a 3-minute recess. We'll be right back. A moment to consideration. I am going to declare a procedural mistake on my part. We do need a count for that particular article. It is a majority vote, but we are going to we're going to reconsider that. We did hear a motion from the planning board to adopt the article. We did amend the article. So we are going to move back to 37 if there are any other additional points of debate. We're going to open debate on the article as amended, and then we're going to take a standing count on Article 37. Okay. Do I see anyone rising to debate 37 as amended? Okay. Seeing no one rise to debate Article 37 as amended, all those in favor of Article as amended, please stand at this time. This is a conventional vote. If you're in favor, please stand at this time. Counters, please count. Good. Thank you. All those opposed to Article as amended, please stand at this time. Counters, please count. Thank you. With a vote count of 63 yeas to 3 nays, the article is adopted. Article 37 as amended. Mr. Kosmierski, I think we're ready. Yes, sir.
Mr. Moderator, I motion to adjourn the May 1st, 2023 Annual Town Meeting.
All those in favor of adjournment, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you very much.